Well, good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Chesley McNeil. We are watching the potential for some thunderstorms to roll into our forecast area. You can see them right there on the back doorstep, mainly up here to the far northwest is where we're finding starting to move in. This is Dade, Walker County. We also have a few isolated thunderstorms already popping up from Rayburn County, extending all the way down into Clark County. You can see over toward the Athens area where we have a couple of those thunderstorms now starting to fire up. They've been very isolated. You got a lightning strike or two, a quick rumble of thunder that has developed over the area, mainly over toward White County, and now it's starting to slide further over toward the east. And so we've been watching that. Also, northern parts of Gwinnett County, just to the east of the Sugar Hill area right now, you just have a moderate pocket of rainfall. There may be a lightning strike or two there. Everywhere else, we have been dry. We've had the clouds in place, and so we've been waiting on the potential for those thunderstorms to begin to pop up. We'll be watching for those to break out as they continue to push in our area. Now, they were stronger back off to the west. We had a few tornado warnings associated with this line of showers and thunderstorms, but now as it's moving over toward the east, we're expecting that to begin to break up just a little bit. Not as powerful as what we've been seeing back off to the west, but still holding together where we could see a few severe thunderstorm warnings like the one that you see over here into Alabama right now. This will continue to push over toward the east. We'll see if that continues to hold together to bring winds up to about 58 or 60 miles per hour in a few of these thunderstorms. But again, we are anticipating weakening. They had a severe thunderstorm watch that's off toward the west of us, but has not been extended over to the east so far. We'll see if the National Weather Service decides to hold that together and bring it into our area. Right now, for the most part, you're just dealing with the clouds. We are getting to the point where we're getting well into the rush hour. Once we get to 8, 9 o'clock, that's when we're expecting those showers and thunderstorms to really begin to move into places like Floyd County, up to the northwest of the Atlanta metro area, making its way down to the metro area between 11 and 12 o'clock. And then we'll just have some scattered showers after that. And you can see with that line, and this is ahead of the cold front that's going to be pushing through our area a little bit later on this afternoon. This line is ahead of that, and the front itself is back off to the west. So we're going to hold on to the chance or the threat for showers in the forecast right on through the rest of the afternoon into early evening. Here's a better look at that line now. You can see when it was back off to the west, again, it was a little bit more powerful. Now, we've been seeing some brief spin-up tornadoes over into western parts of Alabama. Some of those could impact us as well. It's a low threat for tornadoes for us, but certainly not out of the question. So it's something that we're watching out for. And so we're going to continue to watch this line as it continues to pull through. Nothing severe over our area right now. In fact, we barely have any rain. We have a few of those thunderstorms up to the far northeast. But other than that, nothing over our area. This is the Alabama area right now. But these are the storms that we're watching and tracking as they continue to push further off toward the east. And so temperatures are running in the 60s right now. We have the moisture over us. And so those temperatures are holding up as well, nice and mild. We got that southerly flow coming in, and so we've been seeing those temperatures well into the 60s for a lot of spots. That's where we're going to start off this morning, but we will heat up into the 70s by this afternoon. You're getting 74 degrees for your forecast high temperature for today. Where we don't have the showers, we'll have the clouds in place, and so it's not going to be a very pretty day compared to just yesterday, where we had plenty of sunshine around, and those temperatures finally got up into the 80-degree mark, though the warmest air of the year so far. And now we got the changes coming. Again, the front back off to the west. Here's that line of showers, thunderstorms. This extends from western Pennsylvania all the way into Texas, folks. And so huge system, but making its way over toward the east. Now, again, we're expecting this line right here that you see to continue to die out. There is the severe thunderstorm watch that's associated with this line here. And this part of the system is sinking a little bit further down to the south. It's right up here where we have the severe thunderstorm warning right now that will be making its way down toward the metro area. So it's something that we have to watch out for to see if this area right in here holds together before it moves in. And that's where we could see some of those stronger winds associated with the thunderstorms. We could see this come through, and I think it will break up, and then another line or resurge later on this afternoon, but that would be south of our area down toward the central portions of the state, southern portions of the state. That front winds up coming through later on this afternoon into tonight. That front itself could stall and keep the chance for the showers in our forecast as we head toward the weekend. There's a better look at it there. Back off to the west. These showers and thunderstorms are ahead of that. And so that moves through, but as long as you have a lifting mechanism, something that can push the air upward, you have the threat for the rain to be around. And so we're going to keep that rain, at least a chance for it, in our forecast at least through early evening into tonight. Now, I talked about the severe weather threat. It is a level 1 threat. So you look at the margin up here to the north of your screen here, up to the top here, you can see 0 to 5. So this is a level 1 out of a possible 5. So even the severe weather threat is on the lower end, but where we have some of those thunderstorms in our area, some of those could produce winds up to about 58 or 60 miles per hour. If that is the case, then the National Weather Service will issue a severe thunderstorm warning. If we see a brief spin up where there's some spinning in the atmosphere, indicated by radar, maybe not confirmed, then a tornado warning would be issued. And then if we have something confirmed on the ground, of course, by our spotters, then that will let us know. And so that's something that we're watching out for, at least for this afternoon. That is the threat for us. But again, it's on the low end. It's a level 1 threat, marginal risk for severe weather. You got it from Rome, Athens, Atlanta, all the way down through the Macon area as that front continues to push in our area. The stronger threat is back off to the west of us over into the Alabama area. That's where we have the level 2 threat. Now, our major concern with these thunderstorms will be brief heavy rain. And again, it's very isolated, but brief heavy rain and also some strong to damaging winds. We'll give it a moderate risk threat, not a high risk threat, but a moderate risk threat. Tornado threat is low, certainly not out of the question, but it is very, very low for us. And then also the hail threat is low as well. And so that will be our major threats with these thunderstorms pushing through our area. Now, the threat for the thunderstorms will be around from, we'll say, starting now, especially up to the far northwest, and then extending a little bit further down to the south. We'll say from 9 until about 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon. That's when we'll be on the lookout for those thunderstorms to roll into the area. And then after that, it'll just be scattered showers. Not huge amounts of rain, which is why we don't have it in the high category, but you're talking about up to an inch in some spots. This digital radar is showing that we have maybe an inch, could get up to an inch in parts of LaGrange and then over toward the Rome area, up here to the northwest as well, up to about an inch of rain. Everywhere else you can see much lower than that, maybe less than even a half an inch of rain. So we'll continue to monitor that again as we head through much of the morning. Now, you notice as these storms begin to roll in, it becomes a little bit more widespread, but that line that we had really starts to break up a little bit. And so parts of that will hold together. And it's where we have that is where we have those thunderstorms that will roll in. You'll have some isolated thunderstorms that will begin to pop up in our area. And it's where we have those thunderstorms, they have the capability of producing those gusty winds. So we'll watch that. This is by noon today. And you notice it's just now making it down into the Atlanta metro area and then further down to the south. And we'll hold on to see if any of these continue to hold together. There could be a resurgence a little bit south of us, south of the city of Atlanta, headed down toward the Macon area, as you can see, where some stronger storms could be. We'll be watching this stay in the area at least through about 7 or 8 o'clock before it begins to move over toward the east. And when I say this, meaning the bulk of the rain, the heaviest part of the rain moves out, we'll hold on to the threat for the showers even through the overnight, but it's a very low threat at that point, even into Saturday. You notice we hold on to the clouds as well. We'll give it a 20% chance or less on Saturday, even some drier air starting to work into the area. So briefly, we'll get some sunshine in here for the afternoon before the sun sets. Now, after it sets, more of those clouds will move back into the area, and we'll be looking at some scattered showers possibly during the day on Sunday. Area of low pressure will pass to the southwest. We'll be on the northern fringes of this, so that will move over toward the east. And then on Sunday evening, again, you got more clouds, more of that wet weather coming back our way. This may linger into the wee hours of Monday morning before the rain begins to subside. And so really today is our day for the scattered showers and the possible thunderstorms in the forecast area. We've been monitoring a lot of this mainly off to the west, and started out on the weak side when I came in during the wee hours of the morning, but then started to amplify just a little bit. I want to put the radar back on here just to show you right now over toward our west, that's into Alabama. Right now, that is where we have a severe thunderstorm warning. You got winds up to about 60 miles per hour. Maybe even some small hail associated with some of these thunderstorms here over toward the west. Just now starting to enter into parts of Dade and Walker County. Got the very heavy rain that's associated with it. So the rain has begun to enter into our state. We were predicting this would come in between 8 and 9 o'clock. And now you can see it moving in a little bit earlier than that now. And so that will continue to slide really mainly further to the east, but also southeast as well. That line that you see there will continue to push over toward the east. Now we are again expecting that to begin to break up just a little bit, but the major threat would be for our northwestern counties. You can see now a new severe thunderstorm warning has been added to the south of this line as that continues to push further off toward the east as well. So again, a lot of this holding together as we continue to head through the morning. A few isolated showers and thunderstorms have begun to pop up. You can see over toward Commerce right now, numerous lightning strikes there. None of this is on the severe side at all. Okay, and that will continue to push further over to the east and eventually out of our viewing area. We could see more of those little discrete thunderstorms begin to pop up before the main line gets in here. So even though you don't have any rain over into Atlanta right now, you do have the clouds in place, and also we're looking at a few of those isolated showers already starting to develop. You can see a few of those down toward Montgomery as well, but the main line just off to the west will momentarily move into our westernmost counties. We have a camera in Floyd County as well, maybe a few sprinkles there starting to pop up. We'll watch this line as it continues to push through and watch that camera as well to see how those winds begin to pick up in some of these thunderstorms that happen to roll through. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning that's associated with that main line there. This is in parts of Alabama. We'll see if that begins to be extended over our way. Further down the line, you can see where some weakening has been taking place a little bit further down here to the south. None of the storms just now starting to pop up with a lot of that. We didn't have a lot of lightning strikes associated with it, but now a few of those lightning strikes are starting to come together. Numerous lightning strikes moving through the Huntsville area in Alabama, and now again starting to slide over toward the east. So our westernmost counties really under the gun for this morning. I suspect that within the next, I'd say, hour, maybe hour and a half, this line should be over toward the Floyd County area, starting to move into Polk County. We'll slide further over toward the east, and again hitting the Atlanta metro area maybe between 10 and 11 o'clock now is what we're looking at. And so we'll continue to keep you updated right here. We want to keep it locked for the very latest. If anything happens to turn severe, of course, we will get back on and update you of what area it will be affecting if it happens to be moving over your neighborhood. I'm meteorologist Chesley McNeil. Stay safe today.